right, so we're pulling into San Marcos here in Southern California. We're gonna go meet with Alan Roach, who's the president and founder of Baja Designs. How you doing, Alan?
All right, Eric.
Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right. A great looking place here.
Well, thanks.
And the first thing I notice when I come in here are these intense headlights on here.
They're pretty hard to miss.
Well, what do you say we check out your facility here?
Sure. So we design all our products here, including the optical design and the mechanical design of the parts. And so we use some fairly sophisticated software to do our mechanical design as well as to do our optical design. And then once we build the parts, we go out and we test and we test and we test until it meets with what we're looking for.
All right, so you do most of the designing yourself, right?
Yes, I have myself and one other person does all the mechanical design, and then I do the optical design.
Nice, nice. Now I'm seeing this really cool looking machine over here. What exactly is that?
Well, that helps us shortcut the design process, but it's a 3D printer, and it basically prints the parts using an ABS polymer by building layer after layer so that you can end up with a functional mechanical part. This is a reflector. It'll get vacuum metallized so that we go out and test a new reflector, and then once we have the design worked out so we like the optics, then it becomes a cast aluminum part. Okay, so in here, Eric, is where we do our dual sport kit assembly. All the parts are manufactured outside, and they come in this room and build the lights in these stations. Basically, it's just assembly. Les and Keith assemble the lights. So in our service department, we do installs for customers, whether it's dual sport kits, race lighting, stators, any kind of electrical work on their bikes. And Jose's putting a dual sport kit on this KTM 525 right now.
All right.
And he's got the tail light and stuff already on, and he's getting ready to put the headlight module on the bike, which is fairly simple because all the components are already pre-installed in the headlight. The area on our left is all our warehousing. And here's the shop fish. We have 2 shop dogs,
nice.
And now we have a shop fish.
Nice.
And over here we have Vince rewinding a stator. So customers will send in a stock stator, and we'll strip the stock lighting coil windings on it and beef it up so that it has much higher electrical output. This one's from, looks like an XR650.
Okay.
And when it's done, it'll have 3 times the electrical output of a stock stator. So that way they can run the big race lights, or they can run additional accessories. These are our new Fuego lights, and like our big lights, they're HID, or high intensity discharge. They use the latest in technology for producing an extremely bright light.
Okay. And you have the larger ones here?
Yeah.
What's the difference between the two?
Well,
really?
the larger lights have a bigger optic, which makes them more efficient. But not everybody wants these 2 big, huge lights on their bike. If you want to go 100 miles an hour in Baja, then this is the way to go.
Yeah, but they can be pretty bulky here, even standing here looking at it.
They're more bulky, they're more vulnerable, but they offer you the optimum in lighting. So when a race is on the line, yeah, this might be the way to go.
Well, Alan, I really appreciate the tour of your facility. It's
No
good
problem,
to meet you. We actually have a dual sport conversion kit for our 96 Yamaha YZ250. So we're going to head back to the shop and see Adam go ahead and install that.
All right, I'm finishing up the install on our Baja Designs intercooled turn signal, headlight, horn, regulator rectifier for your charging system. It has a fuse and a NiCad battery pack, all in one unit. So we're tightening everything up, making sure our wires are clear of everything, properly routed. We've got our rubber pads in place. Now we get to plug the unit into the harness. Now the last thing we have to do, as far as our wiring anyway is concerned, is our taillight sub-harness. It also has the wires for the brake light switch, which I previously installed. We get a nice shot of this. This brake light switch is a hydraulically activated brake light switch that replaces your stock banjo bolt on your rear master cylinder. An ingenious device. You want to find a good routing for all your wires, and keep in mind that some of these parts are going to be hot, like the exhaust. So we want to find a nice safe spot to run this wire. Now on a switch like this, on the brake light switch, it is simply connecting the two wires, which means there is no positive, there is no negative. It's simply a connection. That's what they mean by polarity is not important.
We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back to complete our YZ250 dual sport conversion and a look at pro riding tips.